Uh-oh.
What's going on, guys? Logan JYA here, going over the top 5 changes of the December 2024 Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list. Without further ado, let's dive in, starting out with number 5. Undoubtedly, the number 5 change is putting OSS, the original Sinful spoils, into the dirt. Banning it outright, killing the bridge between the Fire decks and the Diaball Star package, putting a big hurt on the Snake Eyes, on the Fire Kings, and even on the Rescue Ace to an extent as well. They got a little bit back, but they also got a little bit injured with the OSS hits. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. This card had to go if you're thinking about it from the sense of Snake Eyes was still too powerful. Some would even go as far as to say it was the best deck, even post-Ryziel and Malice. The Snake Eyes variants were still putting out results like crazy. So, a lot of fear for the deck. It's been hanging out for a long time. It even got to the point of budget status. Yeah, it was about time for OSS to bite the dust. Also, not gonna lie, the Azaminas being able to bridge into this card as well, pretty crazy. The bridges. They tore down the bridges. They're going to need a new infrastructure bill to fix what is left of the Snake Eye archetype. Next good change, number 4, is the legalization of the dangers, bringing them back up to 2. Jackalope and Tsuchinoko have been on the list for a darn long time. I'm going to pair this with a quick honorable mention for Mr. Thunder Dragon Colossus. If people are cooking up those Danger Thunder builds, if there's a way to make it work nowadays, I would love to see it. I want to check them out because I think that deck is diabolical low-key. I like seeing Dangers return. They're sort of like a monster version of Upstart Goblin in the sense of it's reducing the amount of cards in your deck. It's letting you run through it turbo style. It's pretty cool to see these cards return. Not to mention, they're returning at a good time because in the near future, we've got brand new Dark World support coming out. And I have to say, I think Dark World has always been a degenerate deck. I think the last time I talked about it was Halloween 2023 is the last time I did a Dark World profile, but I've always had a soft spot for that degenerate strategy. I mean, go figure, the guy who likes freaking Drytron also likes ripping cards at the opponent's hand. Dark World does it better than most, and 2 more dangers unlocked are arguably some of the best dangers that you can theoretically play. Arguably some of the best dangers that you can play. Yeah, dude, I think it's a pretty cool return. I want to put this on as change number 4 that I absolutely dig. Is it going to be super impactful in terms of the metagame? Probably not, no. Maybe when we see those new Dark World cards, these cards will creep into relevancy. But for now, it's just a cool consistency boost to the decks that love to lose. This change number 3 is legalizing all of the Dragon Rulers. I'm going to say this with a big, huge asterisk. I've been doing Dragon Ruler profiles for a while now. When they came back to 1, when they were put to 2, and now they're all at 3. Let me know if you want to see another Dragon Ruler profile, but just going to put it out there and say that this deck is hard to make work in 2024, because every engine you mix it with, it feels like you're making that archetype weaker by putting in the dragons. There's one exception. I want to shout out Sunny P because his lists are crazy, but I also still think the point still stands that Dragon Rulers in 2024 just isn't it. A friend of mine made a really good point to me, and that one of the biggest detriments to Dragon Rulers as an archetype in 2024 is the fact that you only have 5 cards in your opening hand. When you have 6, for whatever reason, the amount of gas that you have with the engine is insanely higher than when you only have that 5 opening, because it's just that one additional attempt to summon a dragon that can make all of the difference in terms of extending out onto the board. So when he said that to me, I thought that made a lot of sense. Maybe I'm crazy, but hey, I think he had a good point. I also think that the point still stands that deck's kind of crap right now, though, unfortunately. You can try to make it work, but you're really just going to be bringing whatever you put in there with it. The second best change of the most recent ban list, that's how I've decided we're counting for this. Eva back to 2. I had a lot of people hit me up after the ban list dropped and say, Logan, Eva's back at 2, Drytron best deck. And I'm like, yes, but in the modern day of playing Drytron, I don't really think, even with 2 Eva, even if you're going for a Perfection Herald-based build, I don't think you're going to want to play the 2 copies of Eva. And generally speaking, when we're talking about Drytron, the new 2 builds are more consistent and more resilient. And given the amount of hand traps that are in the current format, it makes a lot more sense to be playing a new 2 build right now. However, as a symbol, as a rally cry to all the Drytron duelists, Eva is back at 2. Yes, I think this is a pretty darn cool thing, and I am more than ecstatic to celebrate Eva's triumphant return to 2, and I'm sure we'll see her at 3 on the next list. I'm going to do a quick honorable mention for the greatest trade deal of all time, being 2 Phantoms of Yubel for 2 copies of Opening the Spirit Gates. Fair hit to Yubel, and a fair return for the Spirit Gates and all of the Sacred Beast players. No, in all seriousness, Yubel is still going to be a pretty good deck. The #1 change, in my opinion, with the latest ban list is putting Tenpai to death. Honestly. RIP, Chundra to 1, Sangan Kaiman, 2-1. Love to see it make the deck so unplayable and inconsistent, it just brings a smile to my face. Konami receives the Tenpai cards, we receive the Dragon ones. I'm fine with that deal, man. It's a damn good deal. I love the fact that I'm not going to be seeing as many degenerate Tenpai players chilling at locals, chilling on the live streams. I am so happy that I saw Stephen J. Trifanowski beat the pants off that Tenpai player, because I hate that deck. So now nobody's going to be able to play it. RIP to my die-hard Tenpai fans, but if you're a die-hard Tenpai fan, then we're probably not friends. That is my favorite change of the most recent list. You tell me what your favorite changes were. What's your top 5? What did I get wrong? Let me know in the comments section down below. But with all that being said, Logan JYA signing off. Have a great day. I'll see you people later. Peace.